Hey everyone, and welcome to this live stream where we're going to be doing some more Claude SEO tricks that I've picked up over the last few months and that I've changed slightly using my expanded knowledge of these things. Let's talk a little bit about why Claude is so much better than ChatGPT for what we're going to be talking about today. So there's something called a context window with AI. Now, so the context window is, effectively speaking, the amount of information that you can feed to AI. So one of the issues with ChatGPT specifically, and I'm talking about the front end of ChatGPT, I'm not really talking about the API. Yeah, we're going to a few more simple things instead of always talking about AI and programming and APIs and everything. The amount of information you can feed to AI. Now, this can very quickly become an issue. The amount of information you can feed to GPT 4.0, the context window is 128,000. Now, Claude's is 200,000. There's also another difference between ChatGPT and Claude. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? Claude has a larger context window, but also the other thing, Claude has a system called pastes. Now, I really like this thing where if you copy and paste something that's really long, it will turn it automatically into a paste. Now, you can also just attach files with ChatGPT, but one of the problems with this that I've found, ChatGPT will automatically use Python or code interpreter when you attach files, which is super annoying. And also, it has a smaller context window of 128K, whereas Claude has a much larger context window of 200K. And also, personally, I think, although I've got no proof for this, I haven't done any tests into this, but I also think that the GPT 4.0 front end has an even smaller context window than it claims. So I don't think it's actually 128,000. How can we use this? What's the point of all this information that I'm giving you? Well, we can use Claude nowadays to do something really cool. And also, it's completely free, as far as I know. Like 3.5 Sonnet is free to use. You might not get a lot of uses out of it, but it is free to use. What I'm going to show you is a way to get all of your data very quickly and very easily. Now, in the description of the video, and also I didn't put this in the description of the stream, I don't think, although maybe I did, there should be some information on what I'm doing right now. But the first thing that we need is sitemap to clipboard, which is a Chrome extension. I'm showing you how to do all of this manually. If you do want all of this to be much quicker and easier, you can just use SEO.ai, which is my software. We currently have 50% off yearly plans using yearly extra 33, which gives you an additional 33% off, and it's already got 17% off. Everything I'm showing you in this video, Harbor does automatically. I'm just showing you how you can also do it for free using Claude. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up after we've added sitemap to clipboard. So I'll just enable this because it says it's not enabled. And then I'll go to sitemap to clipboard and I will open the collections link. Now you might not want to only do collections. You might want to do, more than just collections. I'm just going to do collections. And then here, you just want to press this button here, which is sitemap to clipboard, or you might need to pin the extension. So if you can't see the extension, then you need to pin it here. Click here and press start. We still use this in the agency, by the way, although we have Harbor. There's still certain reasons why we would want to do this. For example, if we want to check for duplicate blog posts, we could use this system. So this gives us a list of all of our collections like that, up to 317. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as 2 men collections, and then file, download as CSV. And then I'm going to add this to the Claude chat like that. So now Claude has all of my internal links, okay? Now we would pick a few of these and we want to give Claude a good array of products as well, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag down like this. This is the quickest way that I've found to do this without using any kind of program. So we'll drag to here and then Control-C for copy. So I've just dragged down, highlighted it, Control-C for copy, and then go on Google and type paste to markdown. And you want to look for this one here, Yuan Goddard. This page will pop up, and then you just want to do Control-V to paste. And then what you actually get is you get all of these CDN links, and each one of these CDN links is an image link, okay? So again, we can do the same thing. We can do sheets.new, and now we can give some context to Claude. We can give it some image links, we can give it product links, and also prices, and maybe short descriptions as well. So you want to do this a few times. Obviously, this might take a little bit of time the first time you do it, but you only have to do this stuff once. Once you've done it, it's done. You don't have to do it ever again. I know this seems like a bit of a long process, but you do only have to do this once for each website. And then once you have it, you have it. Guessing there are jeans. Yep, lots of jeans. Perfect. So again, Control-A for selecting everything, or you can just refresh and then Control V to paste. And then again, we'll paste this here at the bottom. Now we have a really large amount of products and images. To be honest with you, I would keep going just because of how good Claude is at using a lot of context. But just for the sake of this live stream, I think I will stop there with these. So we'll delete those rows. And then we'll call this 2men images, file, download as CSV. And then again, we will attach this like that. You can also do this for ChatGPT. There's no real difference. Now we have everything, if you think about it, that we would need to write an article, okay? So because I don't have a keyword in my head, I'm just going to go to Harbor. So I'm just showing you how you can do what Harbor does for free using the front end of Claude. So what we've done is we've collected all of the information from our website, so our internal links and all of that stuff. And then we're going to use something like Perplexity, which again, there are free versions of Perplexity. And I'll just give a quick prompt to Perplexity, which is, can you find out some information? The business 2men.it, please give me a detailed breakdown of what the company does, what they sell, etc. I wanted to switch off Pro here because I want to try and use free methods in this video. Give me some real information about the business 2men.it, what they sell, etc. The company was founded on October the 7th, 2022. There's a relatively new player in the luxury fashion market. Nice. Oh, it actually found links to things. That's something new that it didn't used to do. That's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this here. And what I'm going to say to Claude is store all of this information about my website. Don't do anything yet. Just store the information and tell me it's stored. So now you have all of the information you need to write for this client or for this website or however you're using this. Like, doesn't really take that long to set up. We've been streaming for 11 minutes and I now have the ability to kind of write an article. Let me show you this in action. Let me say, like, give me 5 potential internal links for an article about suits. So you can see here, these are Claude AI links. You can think about this as almost being like a content generator now. This particular instance of Claude is like a specific content generator for this client. This is how we do a lot of our content, by the way. We don't only use Harbor. We do a lot of our content like this as well. We have a whole system in place. But you can see that this particular instance of Claude now has a really good understanding and ability to get specific information from all of the massive amount of information that we've sent. This is another advantage of Claude. Claude can extract relevant information from huge amounts of data much better than ChatGPT. Now, the caveat with this is, and I still don't really know why, and up until this day, why this is the case, except GPT-4o Mini, which appears to have even better ability at reading large amounts of data. This is something that still fascinates me because according to all of the charts that they show, according to everything that we understand about AI, GPT-4o Mini should perform significantly worse than 3.5 Sonnet. For some reason, and I still don't know why up until this day, it doesn't. And GPT-4o Mini actually outperforms, is much cheaper than, is much quicker than GPT 3.5 Sonnet, specifically for this taking huge amounts of information and kind of extracting just what you need from that huge amount of information. Although Claude is really, really good at this, I don't know why, but GPT-4o Mini, at least in the API, seems to have a better understanding of prompts and seems to have a better ability to scrape large amounts of information or specific information that someone might be looking for. This is probably still going, so I might have to just make up a keyword here because unfortunately Harbor does take a little bit of time. I guess it would make sense to do something like jeans because that's what we did an article about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build a writing prompt and we'll build it together so you can kind of understand how I build my prompts. So start with a title tag. Wait, let's give it a personality first. You are SEOGPT. You write SEO-optimized blog content for businesses. already been fed all relevant information you need to write an article. So I'm just giving it like knowledge that it might not have in its either system prompt or in the prompts so far. I'm now giving it a personality and also information that it might not have already had. So you've already been fed all relevant information you need to write an article. Please write an article from start to finish with no placeholder information or invented links or invented image links. Everything must be written exactly as you were given it. Start with a piece of information, something catchy, like a key takeaway table or something else to grab the attention of the reader. Now, one really common mistake that AI makes when it's writing an article unprompted, it puts the information at the very bottom of the article. Because for some reason, and a lot of writers do this as well, a lot of writers think they're writing a book when they're actually writing a blog post, and people do not want to wait until the end. There's no cliffhanger, there's no surprise. They want the information and they want it at the very top of the article. So this is something that Harbor does natively as well. This is something that I find really, really important, giving people all of the information that they need at the very top of the article. So, or something to grab the attention of the reader, make sure to give all of the information that someone might be looking for at the very top of the article. Start with a piece of information, something catchy like a key takeaway table or something else to grab the attention of the reader. Make sure to give all of the information that someone might need at the very top of the article. Use a lot of formatting, output in HTML, but start with an H1 tag and do not give me unnecessary HTML as this is going directly onto a website. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying output in HTML, but if you say that, it'll say like at the top of the blog, it'll say doc type and HTML and all that stuff, which is just not needed for what we're doing. We're just writing an article. Make sure to use all other relevant types of formatting, such as lists, bold, quotes, everything you can think of. Put relevant images side by side where that makes sense. And then I'm going to say write as if you were writing for a 12-year-old so that a 12-year-old could understand everything you've written. Write in simple, plain English. So what I'm doing here with these final bits is I'm trying to make it humanized. A lot of people care about humanized writing, so I care about humanized writing. I personally don't think it's that important, but enough people have asked me to care about it that I do care about it. So let's have a look, see if we can find a Gene article here, or actually just any article here. That's a really good one, except the part about suits. So that could be, I might just do that, mastering the Italian sprezzatura. That has 13,000 searches a month on Google. So at the bottom here, we'll say the keyword is, if we press enter here, this should, okay, so we should see an instant embed here. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, you can see one thing this hasn't done. This is not a very good article at all. It's not long enough. Please make this more comprehensive and include image links. Okay, here we go. We've got a bit of images. We've got a bit more of the kind of juice that you would need to rank for something like this, how to achieve it. And then we have some images again. Beautiful crisp white shirt. We'll see if that's actually what that is. Sprezzatura do's and don'ts. Best Italian brands. Perfect. These should have internal links. It does to two men, which is perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. We've got a really good range of images, lists, internal links, everything that we asked for. So now let's press copy here. This should be in HTML. Let me just, so we'll go to Google and we'll type W3 Schools Try It Editor and Control A here and then Control V here. And then, it's in Markdown. So we'll go to Markdown to HTML and then we'll turn this into HTML just so that we can see it here. So that has done a very, very solid job with not a lot of effort, let's be honest. All we did was give all of the information to Claude in one massive prompt. And then we fed the prompt, which again, I will put that in the description. Let me just quickly get the prompt. So I'll put this in the description of the video that we upload from this live. So yeah, literally it's that simple, guys. We now have this beautiful side-by-side imagery. We have all of the internal links that we need, because the point of a blog is to grow the website generally, not the blog itself, with these internal links. And that's literally all that we're doing, guys. So yeah, this is a very simple way of doing it. Let's just do a quick test on this, because I'm curious if I can pass AI detection with one word in a prompt, or one line in a prompt. So we'll go to GPT-0. I don't think this will pass. Be very, very surprised if I manage to do this with no effort whatsoever. Okay, it's human. So all of these humanizing prompts and everything, literally all you have to do is write this line in your prompts. Write as if you were writing for a 12-year-old, so the 12-year-old could understand everything you've written, and then write in simple, plain English, and it passes AI detection, which I personally think is absolutely hilarious. This is a very simple, quick, easy method. I'll give you a prompt completely for free in the description of this video, and you can very quickly and very easily make some content for yourselves. I might actually just post this just to see if this ranks. So I will just go on Shopify. Okay, beautiful, amazing. I think that might just rank, you know. I need to just check something, because this will not have a featured image. So I don't want it to be on the home page. Is this /news? It is. So we'll change this to /journal. I'm just going to make a whole new blog, because I don't want anyone to see this. This is a client website. Okay, so that's posted. We'll see how that does. And then I just want to see how Supplies for Hunting is doing while people are here. Supplies for Hunting seems to be making some kind of comeback. Supplies for Blacksmiths is, yeah, just doing its thing. I think I'll leave the stream there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're watching all the way to the end, as usual, you're an absolute legend. You can get all the prompts and everything like that in the description of this video when it's released as a video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.